wanted to show you how to use code generation from your IDE. I'm in the presentation mode of the IntelliJ IDE, but I think you'll find this tool in most IDEs like Eclipse and NetBeans. So I've got a practice class here with the main, but I'm going to add a helper class and show you how to use the auto code generation. So I'm going to call this class dog, and I'm going to create some instance variables. So my first instance variable will be a string for the name. Then I will add a string for breed, and we'll add an int for the age of the dog. So these can be found on the menus. I'm just going to use the context menu by right mouse clicking. And in IntelliJ, it's called generate. In other IDEs, it might be called insert or insert code. So I'm given the option for the code for the IDE to create a constructor, getter, setter, getters and setters, equals and hash code, and the toString method. So I would like to create a constructor, and it allows me to choose the fields that I would like to initialize by the constructor. So let's say I only want to initialize string and breed. So I select those two and click OK. And here I have a constructor that takes in the name and the breed and assigns them. If I want to modify this, totally fine to modify this. I can add an age with a default value of 0, assuming that this dog is a puppy. You can also auto-generate by selecting none. That means it'll just create a default constructor. And down below here, I would like to see some getters and setters. So I'm going to generate getters and setters, and I would like all of them to be used. And by default, it uses the NetBeans, the Java Beans naming convention, get name, set name, etc., to name all the getters and setters. Now I'd like to add a toString, so I'm going to click Generate toString, and I'm going to click OK. And it uses all of these instance variables that I selected as part of the return string. So let's give this a try. So up here in main, I'm going to create a dog that I will call Fido. And his name is going to be Fido. And he will be a Chihuahua. And then I'm going to print out my dog. So I'm going to run the class. And here's my output. We have dog, name Fido, breed Chihuahua, age 0. And that is how to use code generation. So hopefully that will save you a lot of time. Thanks for watching.